Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another sit down video. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. Today I thought I would do a video Today I thought I would do a video on getting a first in university. As most of you guys know, I did graduate from uni this year, whoop whoop, and I did get a first class in my degree. So yeah, I studied business with laws and I really did enjoy my course. I enjoyed my uni, well, it was okay. And yeah, so I thought I'll give you guys advice on how to get a first class if that's what you're trying to achieve. But yeah, everyone should be aiming for first out here. Come on guys, we're in uni, we've got to smash it. So yeah, I just thought it'd be nice for me to do a video just so I'm like not keeping all my little tips and tricks to myself. Some of them are quite universal. But yeah, if you guys want to know how I got a first class in university, then just keep watching. Okay, so if I keep looking down, it is because I'm looking in this notepad. Can't even speak. Because I wrote everything down in here. It would be nice if I actually opened it on the page. Yeah, so the first thing I want to talk about is that getting a first class in your degree really does depend on the uni you go to. I went to a uni where it was 20% second year and 80% third year. That could be an advantage and a disadvantage. For me, it was a definite advantage. So yeah, in second year, I did okay. Like I did okay, not where I wanted to be, but I did okay. So yeah, in third year I knew I had to work hard so I could achieve that first. If I got a 2-1 I still would have been so happy, but the fact that I got a first really just like, it really just made my life, to be honest, and my parents. But yeah, so work out what percentages, how they weigh it up. It's really important to know that before you like start planning out how you're going to get your first or how you're going to get your 2-1. But obviously we're aiming for first out here, so yeah, how you're going to get your first. So ask your course director, ask your uni how they set it up, and then you can gauge from them what you need to do if you're going into third year, or if you're in second year, you know like where you're supposed to be at and stuff like that. So yeah, second one is in regards to a dissertation. So if you're doing a dissertation, I found it really crucial, well for me, to start doing my research before I even got into third year. So the summer before, like maybe a few weeks, not long, I didn't do it for the whole summer, before I got into third year, I started doing research on the topic that I wanted to do my dissertation on. I started doing like asking people about it, asking my sister if it was a good topic to do my dissertation on. So yeah, I did my dissertation on the social media impact on marketing strategies for small businesses. So yeah, I thought it was an easy topic for me to do because I'm always on social media. Everyone in our generation is always on social media or like know what social media is, so I just thought it would be a good interesting topic for not only me to research and talk about, but for the people that are marking my work. So the people that are marking your work are probably people that are good in that field, so they know what they're talking about. But when you do bring something new to the table that's kind of like new in marketing, so social media is quite new in marketing, they find it more interesting and they're more engaged with you. So yeah, so maybe start thinking about what topic you want to do and doing some research on that if you're in your second year. I don't know if you're in third year, I'm sure you've probably started doing that already. But yeah, the third thing I want to talk about is supervisor whilst you're doing your dissertation. Can I even get my words out? It's really important to communicate with your supervisor. They're not going to be chasing you, so you need to chase them. You need to make appointments with them. You need to like let them check your work. If you're like me, my supervisor, love him to death, shout out to him, he'll probably never watch this, but he took ages to reply to my emails, absolute ages. So I always felt like I had to get my work done early so I could get him to look at it like 2 weeks after or a week after I've emailed him. So yeah, so make sure you keep in touch with your supervisor and they will get back to you, and they're normally experts on the field that you're doing your dissertation in, so it always helps. So this one isn't about dissertation, this is just about your modules in general. Familiarise yourself with how they assess you. So if you know they're going to be doing coursework, or if it's going to be all coursework, or if it's going to be exams, so at least you know you can get yourself in the mind frame where it's like, okay, if it's coursework, I need to know this chunk of the work. Or if it's going to be on the whole thing, you know, like, okay, I can use this part for this course for this semester, and this like these topics for my next semester. So just gauge yourself, so you know, or like if you know it's exams or you know you're not that good at exams, start looking at practice questions and how they lay out the exam from early on, so you're not as like startled and as frightened when you get to the actual exam. But yeah, I always find it easier to do coursework. I was lucky enough that all my work in third year was coursework, so yeah, that's really what helped me get my first, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know, everyone's different. Yeah, this one is like kind of an obvious one. Actually go to your lectures. Like, your lecturer will say things in the lecture that he won't put on study space, or article study, that he won't put online, and that he or she won't put online, or you know, they won't ever say again. So it's so good to go to the lecture and like write down those key little points that they don't like put elsewhere. So yeah, and do the work that's required for your lecture. If you have to do reading before the lecture, just do it. Literally, uni flies by and your third year goes so quickly. You can just sacrifice that bit of time, do the work, do preparation, do the reading, like read your work after the lecture, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to get your first, you got to put the work in. But yeah, that leads on to my next point. You've got to stay focused, you've got to stay motivated, try and stay positive. I know uni can like get really like dull and really boring and really annoying at some points. Like, I felt like that too. Like, some points I was like, oh, why am I doing this? But when you get to the end, it goes so quickly. Yeah, so do try and stay like on top of everything. Stay consistent with your work. If you start off the uni year doing all your prep work, try and do that for the whole year. Why would you stop? You know you want to get your first, so why would you stop doing all your prep work? Or why would you stop reading all your lectures? Why would you stop going to all your lectures? Because you know where you want to be, you know you want to get that first, so you have to put in the work. So yeah, maximum effort is required. Like, I can't lie, it is required. And don't get distracted by your friends. I know they're your friends, you want to go out and do things, but you just gotta have tunnel vision for that third year of uni. You actually have to have tunnel vision. If you oh, my alarm. If you know that you want to get that first, your friends will understand. They're probably on the same track as you. If not, then are they really your friends, and are they just trying to distract you and trying to pull you down? Because all your friends should be trying to get first whilst you're in university. Sorry, my alarm went off and then everything started going wrong. So back to what was I up to? I think this is number 7 I'm up to now. I always lose track when I do all these advice videos. But oh yeah, so you know you're going to be doing coursework throughout the year. You know you're going to have an exam at the end of the year. So familiarise yourself with the mark scheme in that highest tier that you want to get. So obviously we're aiming for first in this video, guys. We're aiming for first. So yeah, familiarise yourself with it. They always have mark schemes online. Your lecturers always tell you what they're looking for in your coursework, what they're looking for in exams. So go online. I'm sure they have it somewhere on your university website. Look in that, I think it's 70 to 100. That's a first for like coursework and stuff. 70 to 100 category, and the one below, obviously. Just look at those two and read what is required. So when you're doing your coursework, you can tick it off whilst you're going. Yep, I got that in there. I analysed this, I analysed that. Do you know what I mean? So I explained this properly. So just so you know in your head, okay, I've ticked off all those points there. There's no reason why I shouldn't get that first in that coursework, or why I should get that first in that exam. And if you do that for all your coursework, and try and do that in your, obviously when you're sitting an exam, you can't like have that checklist with you, but you would have made a mental note of the things that you need. So yeah, there should be no reason why you shouldn't be getting first in everything, in all your coursework if you do that. Obviously I still didn't get first in all my coursework. I got 2 1s in some of them. But, you know, it helps. I tried. You know, you try your hardest, and if they still give you a low grade, you can go to them and be like, listen, I used your grading criteria. What have I done? What have I done wrong? So hopefully that happens like early on, so you can like adapt it and change it for the future. But yeah, number 8. This is really important, especially if you're doing a dissertation or anything. you need to brush up on your grammar, you need to brush up on your referencing, you need to brush up on your sentence structures and how you word things, because sometimes your referencing can pull your grade down so much and it can be so sad. So there's always people you can go to help. If you're not good with grammar, if you don't put the sentences in the right place, people can go through and check that for you. If you don't know how to reference properly, when I was in uni, because I did business and I did law as well, I had to use two different referencing structures. I had to use Harvard for business and I had to use Oscola for law. So for me, sometimes I found it difficult to like switch between the two, but yeah, there's always people to help you with that. There's referencing guides online. I'm sure your uni will have like a list of how to reference, that kind of thing. So yeah, so make sure you get that down to a T, because honestly it's so upsetting. I've seen it happen to people in uni where their work is amazing and then their referencing is all wrong and it just drags their grade down. So you don't want that to be the reason why you don't get your first class. So yeah, make sure you brush up on all that. Your grammar has to be on point. The presentation of your work, even if you're doing presentations, you have to like speak. Make sure you just practice, and yeah, you should be able to get it. 9, ask your tutors if you need help. This is what I said in my previous video when I was just doing a general uni video. Don't be afraid to ask them for help. That's what they're there for. That's what they get paid for. So use them, utilize them. If you don't understand something, go and ask them how it should be done, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Try and pick topics or modules that you're passionate about. I know it's hard, sometimes you don't really get a choice in what you can do, or like your subject is like just mandatory, but I'm sure most people when they're in second and third year, there are options of modules that they can take. So yeah, try and choose something you're passionate about or something you find easy or relatively easy. I don't know, that's what I try to do. Or try and choose subjects where you know, okay, this is going to be coursework. I know I'm good at coursework, so let me choose this topic, and then, do you know what I mean? So you can like get a good grade in it. Or if you know you're amazing at exams, choose ones that have exams. Like I said before, I was lucky that all mine was coursework. It wasn't supposed to be in the beginning, but when I got to third year, it changed. So everything was coursework and it was very convenient for me. I feel like God really had my back, because if I had exams, I would have crumbled. But yeah, because I hate exams. So yeah, just look at it before. When you have your options, really look at what's required of you. If you know you're not really that good at it, just maybe don't choose it. But I don't know, it's kind of like balancing between what you're passionate about and how they're going to mark you. If you know that you're good at coursework, if you know you're good at exams or practical things. I'm not sure, some things are practical. Like I had a law module that I could have chosen that was quite practical. I think it was called mediation or something like that. I know I don't really want to rely on getting up and speaking in front of a lot of people, so I just opted for a different one, and it worked out for the best. My next piece of advice, I think this is number 11, is find a study buddy on all your modules that you're doing. There's no harm in getting someone that you know you can rely on that will help you with your work, and vice versa. It really does help. If you know you're stuck on something and you're not really that keen on asking your lecturer or asking your tutor, then you can ask them, you can text them out of hours and you know you're going to get a response, someone that you trust, someone that you can rely on. So yeah, that always helps. I had a few of those and it really did help me through my third year of uni. And finally, and this is going to be one that people that are trying to get a first really need to take in, remember to take a break. Honestly, you don't want to work yourself, like burn yourself out, and then you're just like procrastinating even more than if you just took a break. Very important to take a break before you start getting fed up and you think, oh, why am I doing this? And you don't go out with your friends ever. I'm not saying that you should go to every single motive, because you do have to make sacrifices when you are in third year and when you are trying to get that first. But doesn't mean you should sit at home and do nothing, because sometimes you could sit at home, act like you're working, but really you're just watching YouTube videos, or really you're just watching Netflix or something. So yeah, so make sure you have that balance, but time management is key, and I feel like it should be more leaning towards work than going out with your friends, especially at this point in your life. If you're trying to get that first, and I know we're trying to get that first. Yeah, so make sure you have that balance and still take breaks, guys. Still take breaks, still have a life, still enjoy yourself, because at the end of the day, it is uni. You're only there for a limited amount of time. And when you leave uni, you're going to be like me, trying to get a job in, trying to be in the working world, and you're going to think, why didn't I not just enjoy myself whilst I had no other responsibilities other than a degree? Or like if you have like a small job in uni, it's fine. But yeah, that is the end of my video. I really hope it was useful for some of you. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to do a video on this because I know a lot of people are going back to uni, or they're just like starting uni already, or maybe they might be nervous about going into their third and final year and they feel a lot of pressure. So yeah, really hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm really getting repetitive with the end of these videos, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one.